This is Ocean's Moonlit Pathways, and I'm Miss MJ XOXO. Here is my disclaimer. These readings are conducted for insight purposes only. Everything I say is alleged. Even if you see death in my readings, continue to hold out hope for the missing person. Safe return home alive, as you never truly know with tarot. All individuals discussed are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. My readings are not intended to solve or definitively interpret cases, but rather to explore small clues and gain alternative perspectives for contemplation. Please note that the nature of some of these readings may be sensitive and could be triggering to some individuals. And you guys, this reading is not even a reading. The case is crazy. Everything was caught on video. This is like extremely sick and disturbing. I'm gonna add links in the comment section, so if you are not familiar with the story, you could always check the comment section for the link to a news article. Karen is 20 years old. Steven Anderson was 64 years old, according to reports. So this is the Karen Fisher and Steven Anderson reading. We are looking for a motive. I feel like a lot of people have been talking about this online, and people have created a motive and their motive matches my motive without them even needing to pull cards. This like automatically looks like a crime of passion. For somebody to put that much time, energy, and passion into doing that to someone, there has to be some type of personal connection. But then again too, I mean, I already know because I already pulled cards to see what I see, and I've shuffled the decks, I've pulled the cards and everything already, so I kind of already know what's going on in this case. But anything is possible too, because this world has been very crazy. People are crazy out there, and they're doing a lot of crazy stuff. So to begin, let's read some charms. This to me is like LGBTQ energy. This gives me free spirit energy. Somebody wanting to be free. Somebody has a free spirit. The Game Boy gives me immaturity. People playing games, manipulations with the controls. It's like you're controlling, you're manipulative. You could be taking advantage of someone. I feel like maybe, what's his name? I apologize. God bless him. Steven Anderson could have tried to cut Karen Fisher off. Steven Anderson ended up paying for this with his life, as he has transitioned to the afterlife with this butterfly here. Change, transformation, a transition. They could have met online, or they need to check like email folders and things like that, and they'll probably find out their connection. She could have had a key to his home. I don't know if he lived with his wife, if he was married or what. But this is also opportunity. So there was some type of opportunity involved in this connection. So with the Queen of Swords, the Amazon woman, once again, I'm getting the feminist energy. This is a strong, powerful woman who holds no cut cards. Like, this woman does not play. She's about truth. She's about honesty and integrity. And she is like someone who will curse your ass out. She just doesn't take mess. I feel like there was some type of lack of patience, a lack of control, a lack of restraints in this connection. There could also be a need for moderation. Maybe somebody drank too much, or just overworked, or did too much. I get the energy of bullying with this card. The Ten of Pentacles is about legacies, family, inheritances. But I also get the energy of a bull, the bully. Somebody could be a Taurus in this situation, or an earth sign with the Pentacles. So the earth signs are what? Taurus, Capricorn, and what else? Sometimes I blank out on the spot. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. With the Seven of Pentacles, I get the energy of like, it's been slow progress. Once again, with the patience, I feel like there was a lack of patience as it involves an inheritance or a reward or some type of money. Somebody wanted some money and they were being impatient in the situation. This is about truth, a breakthrough, clarity. So some type of truth was revealed. And let's see what happened. Okay, you know what I feel happened? I feel like, I have to get their name, Steven Anderson. I feel like Karen Fisher, like maybe threatened Steven Anderson and said that she would tell people the truth about their connection. And I feel like that caused Steven Anderson to walk away from the connection. Ooh, I'm putting it in the wrong order. Oh no, it's right, it's right, it's right. Okay, okay, that's about a jealous, clingy lover. Somebody could have been dealing with financial issues, but I get obsession, jealous, clinginess, temptation, lust. The Four of Wands is about celebrations, community. So they could have celebrated something. And with the Knight of Pentacles, I get warrior energy, unfinished business. There was a fight, like somebody, I wonder if maybe he celebrated something with somebody else and Karen could have known about it, and that just really angered her. Like, you over here celebrating with these people knowing, I don't know. But I get the energy of like they could have fought in the past prior to this incident occurring. But I just get the energy of unfinished business. Next up. Yeah, he got fed up. I get the energy of Steven Anderson getting fed up with Karen. I feel like financially, just even with time, this connection became burdensome. He became overwhelmed. He wanted no strings attached, and I get the energy that Karen wanted more from him. So he decided to move on, let go. He's free. He was hitting her with the sweet talk. And she wanted a fairy tale. She was hoping for a fairy tale, even though there was no strings attached in this connection. He wanted no strings attached, but she wanted a fairy tale connection. But I'm getting the energy of Steven Anderson. This is all alleged, being phony, being a trickster, and creating illusions. Somebody felt like they were losing sleep. Somebody was losing sleep. I feel like she was gonna out him, and he became, and maybe he knew that she was a little 730. And I feel like she probably was gonna out him, and he started losing sleep. Like, I do not want this information to get out into the world, is what I'm hearing right now. So he became worried. He was replaying events, thinking about you. They had a love-hate connection that was filled with heartbreak, because he wanted it his way. He was being selfish, stubborn, arrogant, and he had a lot of pride and ego. And this was a reckless love connection. Reckless sex, reckless love connection. I'm trying to make this a short video. We know he's mature in age. Steven Anderson is about 64, I believe. 64 years old. This is an ex-lover that's involved in this situation. They could have met online, like I said. Online dating, an online date turned deadly. Damaged property. I don't know if that has to do with the car slamming into him and maybe whatever property is there. Or they could have had a fight prior to this incident. They could have had, now that I'm thinking about it with some of the cards that I've seen, they could have had a, yeah, okay, so damaged property. If this does not involve, this could include when the car hit Mr. Anderson. But if they had a fight or something previously, prior to this last incident where he ended up losing his life, I feel like the property was damaged, or Karen could have gone 730 and started like breaking stuff up. Like if you go to someone's house and you're mad and you just start breaking everything in their house or something. Child abuse. I don't know how long this connection was with him and Karen, but there's some form of child abuse in this connection. I don't know if Karen could have been abused as a child. She could have met Mr. Anderson as a child, maybe 19, 18 years old, as a teenager. But unfinished business, just like the warrior card we seen. I think that was like the Knight of Swords. Unfinished. There was some unfinished business in this situation. Domestic violence. So I feel like they could have fought in the past, but with this situation, that was violence. And there was a romantic connection, all alleged, based on what I've seen. Karen could have been homeless, or maybe at some point, like in the streets, or maybe didn't have a specific place to stay. But there was a dead body. God bless. Eesh. We know what happens in the end. We just want to know why. Why? So I feel like Mr. Anderson could have broken up with his wife. Maybe they got divorced or separated or something like that. But I also get the energy of him breaking up with Karen. Letting go of what no longer serves you. Release, unburden, liberation, feeling free. I feel like both of them released something. They both felt liberated. When he let her go, he felt liberated. And when she took his life, she felt liberated. She felt a release. And this is a karmic situation. Karen was the other woman. Third party interference. Obsession. Clingy. Jealous ex-lover of the divine masculine. So, all alleged, there was a romantic connection between Karen Fisher and Mr. Steven Anderson. I'm doing a Mr. Hardbody because he's even older than me, so I want to show respect. God bless him. Energetic and exciting. I get that energy for Karen. Karen could be an energetic and exciting person. That could have been what attracted her to Mr. Steven Anderson. She could be hyperactive, in a haste, indulgent, sexy. He could have found her sexy. She could be adventurous. We saw this free spirit. We saw the free spirit in the beginning. Bravery also with the Knight of Swords. I get the energy of Karen being someone who was abused a lot. Maybe in the streets a lot and abused a lot. She took a lot of abuse in her life. She's a very brave person. And I feel like Mr. Anderson could have swept Karen off her feet. He probably has wealth, money. I get the energy of Karen being like, she's a vibe. She had good energy, positive vibrations, charismatic, synergy, unique energy filled with love and light. That could be her or Mr. Anderson. I don't know. Good energy, positive vibrations. We see each other. They had an understanding, y'all. Her, Karen, and Steven Anderson had an understanding, all alleged, solely based on tarot cards, subject to interpretation and should not be taken as absolute. There could have been a twin flame connection between the two of them. They had a mutual understanding and an agreement. There was trust between them, cooperation and synergy. And we saw synergy twice, okay? Karen was hot, man. Spicy. Well, she is. Karen is hot, spicy, caliente. She is an alpha female. She takes charge. She's unconventional. She's a nonconformist. She's very powerful. She's dynamic, unstoppable, assertive. She got a hot temper, though. We've seen how she handled this situation, unfortunately. Very passionate person, funny. She gives me fire sign energy. And she's a gold digger, a boss bitch. If it don't make dollars, then it don't make sense. She's focused on securing bags. The rich auntie vibes are the vibes you get from Karen. Ghost. Karen disappeared. God bless. Karen fled the scene. She created a disturbance. She was a disturbance. But there's evidence of the crime. And we know that he crossed over. God bless. And he felt haunted. He felt haunted by his past. And I also get the energy of Karen. Like, I get sad energy. You know, I can't say who deserves what and what deserves. I don't judge people. I'm not here to judge anyone for the decisions that they make in their lives, but I really get the energy of Karen being someone who has been through a lot in life. And I get the energy of like, I'm not gonna let anyone else take advantage of me. So I'm feeling some type of sympathy for Karen, but that doesn't take away, like, I don't know what could have really transpired between Mr. Anderson. I don't know if he was abusing Karen, and she felt like that's what she needed to do. So I'm not going to say too much, but what I want to say is that I sympathize with both of them. But some issues with debt, stress caused by poor finances. He probably was running out of money and couldn't fund this lifestyle anymore. Debt, stress caused by poor finances, bankruptcy, and financial struggles. We know that LGBTQ is involved, as Karen is trans. Self-discovery. I feel like Mr. Anderson could have been confused about his sexuality. I don't know if he died on the scene, if he was taken to the hospital in critical condition. But I guess Karen was fake, or he was fake. They both could have been fake. Friends who have ill intentions for you. Friends who want you dead. Friends who secretly hate. Friends who secretly hate you or are jealous of you. And friends conspired to kill you. So I'm thinking this is Karen. Karen is the fake friend. She conspired to kill him. And there's some hidden folders. We saw that in the beginning with the @ sign. I feel like they could have met online somehow, but I also get the energy of hidden folders. There could be some type of connection to the dark web. There could be deleted files. CP, Child P, photos of unsuspecting videos. And with the video and photo evidence, I get the energy of that. Like, he could have inappropriate videos, right? He could have inappropriate videos in his phone or something like that. But I also get the energy of the, video and photo evidence. We have evidence of her actually running him over with the car. And look, money and gifts in exchange for sexual favors. So this was a transactional connection. Grooms minors, sexual relationship with minors, preys on minors. So Mr. Anderson, This is all alleged. God bless. This is all alleged and subject to interpretation and should not be taken as absolute. But Mr. Anderson, you 60-something years old with a 20-something-year-old. Somebody's a hypocrite. I get the energy of Mr. Anderson being like a really religious person. I don't know if he's a pastor or if he's religious or super religious. Maybe he works in the church. He doesn't have to be a pastor. He could play a pivotal role in the church or something. But this gives me like preacher energy. Hypocrite, practice what you preach, say what you mean what you say, not a person of their word, dishonest, untrustworthy. So I'm getting the energy of like broken promises. Like you say you were going to give this to me and now you're backing out. Car accidents, driving under the influence. So Karen could have been intoxicated or high when she did this. Driving under the influence leads to serious or fatal accident. Unable to navigate dark, windy roads. That's not the case. He was ran off the road and this was a fatal car accident. Love triangle. Love triangle turns deadly. Fighting over a man. Dangerously controlling, possessive, and territorial. Karen. Lord have mercy. And you know, with this, I feel like they fought in the past or something like that. But I really get the energy of sending threats to silence someone. I feel like Karen was gonna out Steven. I feel like Karen said she was gonna out Mr. Anderson. Maybe she told him that behind the scenes or something like that. And I feel like he probably tried to send threats. And Karen was like, oh yeah? Like, word? Yeah? Gagging someone or trying to give somebody a gag or an NDA. So there was some information that Mr. Anderson did not want to be exposed. And look, show me the money. This is about money. Financial disputes. This is romance and money. Financial disputes, short on funds. So, like, I feel like he probably had to pay her something. There were unpaid debts, and he didn't come up with the money. Show me the money. And the M word, the R word. I feel like Karen could have been somebody that probably experienced human trafficking, sex trafficking. This could have happened during a full moon. I feel like it happened during daytime. So if it didn't happen during a full moon, once again, hidden secrets revealed though. The truth, people, things come to surface. So now we're all speculating, like, why would she even do something like that? Karen turned out to be a lunatic, a werewolf, a psycho. She turned out to be a monster. They were doing underhanded behavior, dodgy deals, illegal activities. Repressed emotions came to the forefront. Illegal activities taking place at night. I effed up real bad. I don't want to live anymore. I can't move on with life knowing how badly I messed up. I want your forgiveness, but I'll never forgive myself for what I've done. And for some reason, I'm getting the energy of this being Mr. Anderson to like his wife or his girlfriend or whatever other woman that he has not a soul contract with, but like a real legal marriage contract with. Sex work. Sleeping with I don't know if they work together, but I'm getting the energy of not sleeping with a co. I'm getting the energy of sex work. Sex in exchange for gifts and money. Mr. Anderson was a sugar daddy. Look, escort, prostitution. Backdoor, it's a setup, or orchestrated hit or attack. So Karen planned this. Because I feel like too with the defamation, she was going to try to expose him. She was going to out him. If she didn't already to his family. The sex was good. Sex so good they want it all the time. Addicted to your sex. Only wants to have sex with you. Satisfied with your sex. Sex is different. Mr. Anderson could have been wealthy. He could have had money. He could have had a lump sum of money. He could have given Karen lump sums of money. I don't know if he had to pay alimony or spousal support if he got married and he ended up getting a divorce from his wife. So maybe that's why he could have been losing money. But yeah, not called by God, speaks in fake tongues. He could be like really religious. He could be part of the church. He could be a pastor or somebody that just plays an active role in the church. Or he's just somebody that's really like, he presents himself as somebody who's really religious. But Karen says she don't got no remorse. She said, I don't care. I don't regret what I said or did. You deserve what you got. You had it coming to you. Karen could be a sociopath. This is all alleged. Karen could have acted sad in public, but does not give a fuck in private. And he was living a secret life. Mr. Anderson was leading a secret life, and I'm hearing Karen like living loud and proud. So there was no secrets for Karen. Karen was out in the open, but I feel like Mr. Anderson was living a secret life. And if people knew who you really are and how you really live, no one would respect you. You are vile, sick, and disturbed. You need help. Seek therapy and ask God for forgiveness. You are sadistic and you will be exposed. Somebody wanted the exposure. Karen was about to expose him. And I feel like he could have done something to her. And she retaliated is the energy I'm receiving. And I know that with him being older, these are things that he could have dealt with. Karen clearly has severe mental health issues, because to go to that extent to harm someone, you don't have it all going on upstairs. But I also get the energy of Mr. Anderson, him being up in age. He could have dealt with any of these issues that you deal with in your older age. God bless. The sexual preference is exposed. Lies being exposed, a cheating scandal. And God bless Mr. Anderson, he effed around and found out. I don't feel like he's fully innocent in this situation. I live in the Bronx, y'all. I live in the Bronx. Child. Bear with me, please. Sorry. I live in the Bronx, New York. Bullying someone, and we saw the bullying. We saw the bull. Bullying someone who will kill you, underestimating someone's strength and will. Like, Karen is a survivor. Is the energy I'm receiving. This was risky behavior that led to negative consequences, overpowering your abuser, overpowering an abuser, thinking you're untouchable and finally getting touched. So, I don't know, y'all. Mr. Anderson was going through a midlife crisis, pursuit of new passions, health and aging concerns, relationship evaluation, and we've seen the health issues, aging and memory loss. So he was getting up there in age. He don't have time for this. He didn't have time for this anymore. Cognitive decline, forgetfulness, Alzheimer's. I don't know if he had Alzheimer's. God bless. I don't know. That may or may not be the case. I don't know. Forgetfulness is common. I forget. I'm in my 40s and I forget. So I can imagine someone in their 60s. Let's see. For survival fears, fight or flight response. I get the energy of when the car was coming towards him, he got into that fight or flight mode. Increased alertness, like the car was coming and he had to make a quick decision, like, how do I get out of the way? Survival fears. He was trying to survive. And listen, Karen was angry. Aggression and conflict, physical tension and health effects. Relationship strain, shame, embarrassed or humiliated, violation of personal values or morals, social judgment and criticism. Y'all see where this is going. And this was an interracial connection. Differences in values, beliefs, and traditions. Mr. Anderson looked like somebody that came from a good life, and Karen looked like she came from the streets. She looked like she'd been through a lot, and Mr. Anderson looked pretty privileged. So you definitely see that there were differences in their values, beliefs, and traditions, even in their lifestyles. Language and communication barriers. I don't know if Karen, I don't know if she's Jamaican or Caribbean. I don't know. I don't know anything about these people. God bless them. But I also know too, like when we speak slang, like me being from New York and talking street slang, a lot of people don't really understand what we say when we speak slang. Also, racial and cultural biases in society and biracial children. I don't think that would be the case for them. But cheating, infidelity, affair. I don't know if he was cheating on his wife with Karen. I don't even know if he has a wife. I don't know. Sneaking around. They could have been just sneaking around because they have this secret connection. He's not loud and proud. He's not going to, what's the parade? He was not trying to go to the Pride Parade, so he wasn't out there, anything like that. Karen more so is out there, so they were sneaking around because he didn't want to be exposed. But Karen was about to expose him. Miscommunication, misunderstandings, manipulation and deception, unpredictable lover. Karen was unpredictable. Moon ritual, sex magic, orgy, swingers, sex parties, secret love affair. I'm focusing on these two mostly, but I mean, anything's possible, but mostly these two resonate intuitively for me. Disapproval, disbelief, sarcasm, dismissive, impatience, and frustration. There was the big theme is patience. There was a lack of patience with something that Karen wanted from Mr. Anderson. And I asked Karen to speak through the cards. Karen said, just keep it real with me. You are never going to settle down. Stop stringing me along. That's what Karen said. I didn't ask Mr. Anderson because he recently crossed over, but I asked like his spirit guides or whatever. for him to speak for him, and he says that he enjoys being with trans women who haven't transitioned. There is something so sexy about a chick with a, I don't know how I come up with this stuff, y'all. I just come up with it. I don't remember half the stuff I put in these cards, and then it comes out and it's like, ooh, I don't know. It's like the best of both worlds. So that's all alleged. Lastly, Mr. Anderson wants everyone, like his family, his supporters, people who love him, he wants them to continue fighting for justice. Just say my name. And he also wants people to know that he's still cracking jokes up in heaven. He's cracking jokes in heaven. Heaven's got a great audience. I miss clowning with you. So it's people in his life that he miss having fun with, having a good laugh with. But he is in heaven at peace, laughing. God bless him. God bless his family. Everything, once again, I say, is alleged. Tarot card readings are subject to interpretation and should not be taken as absolutes. Thank you so much for watching. Happy healing, everyone. God bless. Goodbye.